Not very long ago, the common consensus was that civilization developed slowly in Europe. Outside of the Mediterranean civilizations of Greece and Italy, ancient Europe was a backwater full of barbaric tribesmen who mostly lived in hut-like dwellings. Most laymen and many historians would say that compared to Sumer, Babylon, China, Egypt, and the Indus River Valley, Europe was far behind the curve. This attitude is undergoing transformation. Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Today we'll be looking at what they discovered in Europe that has left people speechless. Yeah, you heard it right. So, let's start our video. The origins of the Celts. In 2006, Bertie Curry, the owner of the McQuaig's Bar in County Antrim, Northern Ireland, made a curious discovery while clearing land for a driveway. Underneath a large stone, Curry found several bones. Once the police concluded that McQuaig's Bar wasn't sitting on top of a crime scene, archaeologists move in. What they found was revolutionary: 3 skeletons that predate the arrival of the Celts in Ireland by 1,000 years or more. Although recent radiocarbon dating puts the origins of the skeletons at about 2000 BC, scientists at Oxford, the University of Wales, Queen's University Belfast, and Trinity College Dublin found that DNA recovered from the ancient bones closely resembled that of modern-day individuals from Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. Such a find calls into question the presiding belief that Celts from mainland Europe migrated to the British Isles sometime between 1000 and 500 BC. As a result, many theories have been put forward that rewrite the common wisdom about the British Isles. Some concluded that the skeletons reveal that Irish, Scottish, and Welsh DNA originates from the Middle East and Eastern Europe, thereby arguing for multiple migrations that predated the Celtic movement northward from their homes in Germany, Austria, and Spain. Others, like Barry Cunliffe, argue that the skeletons show that the Celtic civilization began in the British Isles and then spread to mainland Europe. Another group argues that the prehistoric Irish may have even predated the arrival of Indo-Europeans. Whatever the truth, it's clear that what we know about prehistoric Ireland is about to change. The origins of the Basque. The Basque people in northeastern Spain and southern France have always been a mystery. Unlike their neighbors, the Basque mountaineers do not speak a Roman language based on the Latin tongue of ancient Rome. Furthermore, the Basque language is a language isolate, meaning that it doesn't have any recognizable links with the Indo-European languages of Europe. In 2015, Matthias Jakobsen of Sweden's Uppsala University put forth the notion that the Basque are the descendants of Iberian farmers who migrated north and mixed with an indigenous hunter-gatherer population. Basing his argument on Stone Age skeletons found in northern Spain, Jakobsen believes that Iberians from southwestern Spain began their move north between 3,500 and 5,500 years ago. After intermarrying with the local population, geographical and cultural isolation helped to preserve the unique Basque DNA. Importantly, although Jakobsen's research undergirds the long-held belief that the Basque people are separate from modern Europeans, he nevertheless refutes the idea that the Basque are a continuation of a pure Neolithic civilization. Other genetic researchers have gone further into refuting the notion of the Basque uniqueness. Based on a survey of European genomes, some genetic scientists have concluded that the Basque are not unique and share much of their genetic material with other Europeans. Bronze Age warfare. For years, most historians have proclaimed that Stone Age warfare in Europe was predominantly done by clans. The battles were small in scale and only included a handful of fighters facing each other. Large battles with massive casualties were uncommon in prehistoric Europe, especially in underdeveloped northern Europe. A series of excavations conducted between 2009 and 2015 in Germany's Tollens Valley have proven just the opposite. 2 huge armies battled one another on the banks of the Tollens River 3,200 years ago. The fighters were armed with spears, swords, war clubs, and arrows tipped with bronze and flint. At the battle's end, hundreds of fighters were dead. Many were professional warriors, and some were natives of southern and eastern Europe. After an amateur archaeologist first discovered a punctured skull in 1996, professional archaeologists and scientists moved in to uncover more evidence. As it stands today, the battle, which occurred around 1250 BC, was fought between members of a widespread European warrior class. Many of the men wore gold rings, while many more took gold rings and other pieces of jewelry off of slain corpses. More tantalizing, and some have proposed that the battle was part of a large war in northern Europe between local tribesmen and southern invaders. The roots of Europeans. In April 2016, a team of genetic scientists unveiled in the journal Nature that Ice Age Europe experienced several migrations near the end of the Neanderthal period. In particular, Iberian populations moved northward and westward, while people from today's Greece and Turkey similarly moved north into the Balkans and the plains of the southeastern Europe. The study also concluded that all Europeans were at one time related to the inhabitants of ancient Belgium. Specifically, the study argued that all Europeans come from a single founding population that existed during the Ice Age. The population spread throughout all of Europe approximately 33,000 years ago. Re-expansion occurred 19,000 years ago, but 5,000 years later, Europe experienced a dramatic population turnover stemming from the East. For the most part, the original population was located in northwestern Europe and spread from there. According to Professor David Reich of the Harvard Medical School and Svante Pääbo of Leipzig's Max Planck Institute for Evolutionary Anthropology, the prevailing populations of Ice Age Europe can be broken down into 4 clusters. The Org Nations, the founding society in Belgium that had nobles and kings, the Gravettians, the descendants of the Org Nations, the Magdalenian, a culture from modern-day Spain, and the Villbruna people, an Italian people who carried traces of European and Middle Eastern DNA. That's all for today's video. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comment section down below. I hope that you found this video interesting, and if you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing to my channel. See you in the following video with some more of the latest updates, and until then, stay tuned.